So why can't I do this when you're in the ATM business? Stay to the end of the video and I'm going to share with you why you can't do this when you're in the ATM business. I got all these questions. People are already asking me, why can't I do this? Why can't I do this? How come I can't do this? So we're going to answer some of these questions that I get bombarded all the time. So this will hopefully answer these questions for you guys. And for though you guys thinking about this, it'll answer some more questions. Number one, Bill, I want to get in the ATM business. Why can't I open up a bank account at the big three, which is Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo? I got accounts with them, but I just don't understand. I went to them to talk to them about opening up a business bank account. They don't want to talk to me. And why is that? I don't understand. All right, so here's why it is. Because these banks have decided a long time ago they don't want to be associated with you guys who are in the ATM business. They are worried about laundering money. Now, when you're with these banks, you say, Phil, I'm not laundering money, I'm in a business. That's right. But they don't see it that way. They don't want to take any kind of risk. They get heavy pressure from their auditors about why they're taking money in and out of their account. So they just decided a long time ago just to wipe your hands of you guys, and that is the number one reason why they don't want to do business with you. It's nothing personal. What they think is you're a risk, and they don't want to associate it with you because you are a risk in their eyes. Not because you are, just in their eyes. So that's why we stay away from those big banks. Phenomenal banks for everything but the ATM business. So we choose to stay away from them. Not really our choice. They chose to stay away from us, so we're not going to do business with them. Point number two, get this asked all the time. Phil, how do I charge for balance inquiries? All these guys, I see my bank's charging, but why can't I charge for bank inquiry? It's because Visa and MasterCard set the rules up, and they set these rules up that you cannot charge for a balance inquiry. So if you look on your ATM and you want to figure out, hey, I can put a surcharge, but I can't put a surcharge on balance inquiries. Yes, that is a true statement. You are not allowed by Visa and MasterCard rules to charge for a balance inquiry. So therefore, there's no way for us in the ATM business to do that. Now you might ask, well, Phil, my bank charges. Yes, they do charge all the time, and sometimes as much as $3, but they call that a fee for the bank. But what we can't put a fee on it because of Visa and MasterCard rules. So if you have a problem with it, call Visa, call MasterCard. But be honest, we've been trying in the ATM business for probably 15 years to get that changed, but the only way to do that is change the rules by Visa. And guess what Visa doesn't want to do? They don't want to allow you to charge. So it can't be done. We've tried to do it, but right now it cannot be done because we have to get Visa to change the rules, and they don't want to change them. So if you're thinking about starting your own profitable ATM business but didn't know where to start, stay to the end of the video and I will show you our checklist entitled ATM Business Passive Income Checklist, the 5 things you need to know to start your profitable ATM business so you can have a clear roadmap towards ATM business success. You can earn between $250 and $1,500 of passive income every single month. All right, let's get back to the video. Point number 3, Phil, why can't I take money out from one business and just throw it into my ATM and then go in a bank account? Why can't I do that? You keep telling me I can't do that. That's called laundering money. That's why you can't do that. What you can do is you can make a loan from your one business, put it into your bank account, then take it out of the bank account because now it's tracked, and you can put it into your ATM. From your ATM, you can constantly recycle that money. That is the proper way to do that. But I get oftentimes people say, hey, how come I just can't take some money, comes out of nowhere, and put it in an ATM? We call that laundering money. You guys don't launder money. We do things the right way. And so therefore, that's why you can't do that. When Chase and Bank of America, that's one of the things they're fearful. That's why we do it always the right way to make sure that you guys stay in compliance in the ATM business. Point number 4, Phil, why can't I just buy an ATM and I'm good to go? Okay, an ATM comes like your computer. It has an operating system on it, but it doesn't know where to move the money. So when a card holder comes in and it puts that card in, the ATM reads whose card it is, dials the processor, make sure that their funds are into the account. If it goes through Visa, MasterCard, NYSERS, Pulse, any of the other banks, make sure that the customer has funds in the ATM. And if it does, then it releases the money for the cardholder. Now, if you get an ATM from the factory, it doesn't have all that knowledge in there. So there is no functionality to that ATM. It comes blank. And so you need to hook up with a processor like us to help route the money from the customer's account to your account and through the bank back to your account. So that's what it's doing. But the ATM isn't programmed to do that from the factory. That's why you got to hook up with a processor to program that ATM so we can move money from the customer's account to the bank, and from the bank back into your account. Without the processor, that functionality doesn't happen, and you will just have basically a boat anchor sitting in a location. That is why you need a processor, and that is why you can't just buy an ATM off the internet and plug it in. And point number 5, and this is the one that baffles me to no end. There are a lot of people out there that says, don't sign any processing agreement with anybody for any reason. Okay, great. But now if you don't sign a processing agreement, you have just basically given somebody who you don't really know your checkbook, an open checkbook. You have no paperwork that says this person has access to my bank account, this person is moving money, and if they steal the money, which they could, you are in trouble because you have no documentation. You've just given them access to your account, and there's no paperwork that says that you are entitled to that money. So be very fearful of this out there. People that don't want to sign processing agreements, you know what? You guys are giving them an open checkbook. So be very fearful of that. You know what? We do require a processing agreement because I want to make sure that every penny is going into your account and you have documentation from you in case anything ever happens. You clearly entered in an agreement with us and we will provide you with your funds. And if it doesn't, you have documentation to hold me accountable. If you don't do that, there is nobody to hold the other party accountable, and it's a tremendous amount of risk. So please, please make sure you have paperwork so people can't steal from you. All right, so if you're thinking about starting your own ATM business, I want to invite you to our free checklist entitled ATM Business Passive Income Checklist, the 5 things you need to know to start your profitable ATM business so you can start earning passive income, make more money for your family, and spend more time with them also. If that sounds like something that's interesting to you, click the link down below and start your ATM journey today. Again, this is Phil from the ATM Mastermind group page, where we buy your freedom at one transaction at a time. Thank you guys for making us #1 on YouTube, and I'll see you over at the next ATM Mastermind video.